There's a line to a quarry at the end of Thomas's branch. It goes for some distance along the road. Thomas was always careful to whistle here, in case anyone was coming. Early one morning, a large policeman was sitting close to the line. Thomas loved policemen. He had been a great friend to the officer who had just retired. "Peep, peep," he whistled. "Good morning." Thomas was hoping that the new officer would be friendly too, but he was sorry to see that he didn't look friendly at all. He was red in the face and very cross. "Disgraceful," he spluttered. "I did not sleep a wink last night, it was so quiet, and now engines come whistling suddenly behind me." "I'm sorry, sir," said Thomas. "I only said good morning." He then pointed to Thomas. "Where are your cow catchers?" he asked. "But I don't catch cows, sir." "Don't be funny," snapped the policeman, and he looked at Thomas's wheels. "No side plates either," and he wrote in his notebook. "Engines going on public roads must have their wheels covered with a cow catcher in front to protect people and animals from being dragged under the wheels if they do stray onto the line. You haven't, so you are dangerous to the public," he finished. "Rubbish," said Thomas's driver. "We've been along here hundreds of times and never had an accident." "Well, that makes it worse," the policeman answered, and he wrote regular lawbreaker in his book. Thomas puffed sadly away. Sir Topham Hatt was having breakfast. He was eating toast and marmalade. And then the butler came in. "Excuse me, sir, you are wanted on the telephone." "Oh, bother that telephone," said Sir Topham Hatt. "Yes, I see." "I'm sorry, my dear," he said to his wife. "Thomas is in trouble with the police and I must go at once." At the station, Thomas's driver and fireman told Sir Topham Hatt what had happened. "Dangerous to the public indeed. We'll see about that." Sir Topham Hatt spoke to the policeman. But no matter how much he argued with him, it was no good. "The law is the law," he said, "and we can't change it." Sir Topham Hatt felt exhausted. "I'm sorry, driver," he said. "There's no use arguing with policemen. We'll have to make those cowcatcher things for Thomas, I suppose." "Everyone will laugh, sir," said Thomas. "They'll say I look like a tram engine." Sir Topham Hatt stared, and then he laughed. "Well done, Thomas. Why didn't I think of this before? We need a tram engine. When I was on my holiday in the last Redub, I met a nice little engine called Toby. He takes freight cars to farms and factories, but the trucks are taking over most of his work, and he needs a change. He has cow catchers and side plates. I'll write to his controller at once." And then, a few days later, Toby arrived. "That's a good engine," says Sir Topham Hatt. "I see you brought your coach, Henrietta." "You don't mind, do you, sir?" asked Toby. "The station master wanted to use her as a hen house, and that would never do." "No, indeed," says Sir Topham Hatt. "We couldn't allow that, now could we?" Toby made the silly freight cars behave even better than Thomas did. "Hey, you get back here!" At first, Thomas was very jealous, but he was so pleased when Toby rang his bell and frightened the policeman. They've been firm friends ever since.